Hey, what's up, everybody? Matt Corvo coming at you live from Canada. Hope you guys are doing great. We are Tuesday, October 28th, 2025. And today I would just like to continue my screen journaling, my screen recording of my journaling, correct? And just analyze the order flow on today's price action, what happened on the footprints at reversal points, look at VWAP, deviations, look at liquidity levels on bookmap, and also look at volume profile levels and just really analyze today's price action. So as I said, we are Tuesday, October 28th, and this is exactly what I'm going to do right now. Perfect. All right, so I got on the charts pretty late. Let me just open my TradeZilla here for you. Greatest journaling software out there, to be honest. I really like it. As you can see, very shitty results as of the month of October. Not happy about them. I was a little bit in drawdown, got myself out of it, but since then it's been a break even. Just not very good results overall. I'm really in a testing phase still. Okay, so I just would like to make this a little bit smaller. Perfect, very good, excellent. Let's fucking go. So I got on the chart at what time? At what time did I get on the charts? So let's click here on notebook. Let's click here on Tuesday, right? It doesn't say really at what time I got in. So basically, let me walk you through. This is the template I created for my pre-market game plan. It's a 30-minute I take at the beginning of my session really to get my directional bias and look at the levels I'm going to play from. So we look at the daily, okay, super bullish, and on when price opened on Sunday, it left this big gap. So I said very bullish, however, of course, expecting a pullback and filling that gap. Why do I say pullback? Because after a break of structure, what do we expect? A pullback, correct? Now let's look on the 4 hours, same thing. And now I said on the 15 minutes exactly, this is what I would like to happen. Pullback could come take this swing low and then give her a reversal, of course, or really come lower, take out previous daily low and then filling up that gap, correct? So now, as for volume profile levels, I said price is really maintaining itself above the two POCs, point of control, one from the previous day, 9:30 to 4, and then the one from 4 p.m. until 9:30 a.m., the overnight session volume profile, correct. And uh, so I said price is maintaining itself above them, which is a very bullish indication. Anyway, it's always a bad move to try to sell at all-time highs because that's where ES is right now. Okay, I said, oh yeah, during the night, price was selling from the previous day point of control, sell, 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 and then it really filled up that gap, you can say, on. I don't want to. No, it's not a gap. It's a low volume node. If you would drag the volume profile from the high to the low of the swing, you could see maybe a low volume node, and then price was filling it up all night. So you really didn't have a place to buy from, but maybe from here. So it filled out all of that. A bit hard to tell. Anyway, it was a nice observation. Okay, maybe let me lower that a little bit. Okay, okay. Let's get going. Let's get going. Perfect. So I said first scenario, I wanted price that this is where I was 9:30 as always. A mess. No, actually. Just today was a mess because if you look here, of course, the first 5 minutes of cash opener are a mess, but then maybe there was a trade here which I completely missed. I really need to be on the charts. 8 or 9. Shit. But then just a whole mess, a whole compression for from 950, I would say, to 1120. Just nothing. No trades to be taken here. Okay. So I said that was my first scenario. Price was here. I was like, I would like it. There was a liquidity level here on Bookmap. I said I would like price to come all the way down, reach overnight volume profiles value area low, which is this line as you can see. Whoa. This line here, and I said I would like it to take out London's low, of course, and then there was a 5 minute imbalance here on the 5 minute on the footprint chart, and also lining up with the imbalance, there was a resting liquidity level on Bookmap where you had 200 ish buy limit orders on the bid, sitting on the bid, waiting to be filled by aggressive market executions, sell market executions. Correct? Okay, so that was my first scenario. Second scenario, yeah, really come much lower and then fill the gap. Perfect. So those were my live trading notes. Okay, price gave a beautiful bounce off of that level at 69.19 ish on Bookmap, but from what I've seen after just a week of using it, it would be better for targets than for entries. Let's have a look though. Let's just have a look. So where was it exactly? Let's have a look. It did not even touch the VWAP deviation. So at what time was it? 10:37. I'm just curious. 10:37. 9:36. Is it here? Yeah. Perfect. Man. 10:37. Let's go. Should be here. Just curious of what was happening on the prints. Yeah, there we go. 10:37. Okay. So you have this level, interesting big wick to the upside, trap sellers here, zeros at the extreme. I like it. I like it. And then where the hell is POC? I guess it's on the 5 minutes. I would like to highlight it, but it's gonna bother. Okay, and if you look at here, the deltas, nice volume. Okay, it's always interesting to see the volume reducing, and then it picks up again when there's somehow a reversal happening. Okay, so very similar numbers concerning the max and the final delta. You're wanting a follow through. Boom, you don't get it, and really negative numbers, and then those numbers even slow down, so you're kind of not knowing what was going to happen. And then boom, I would say here is really where you could have taken that sell. You enter when you see those imbalances, but apart from that, it was the only confluence. Okay, enter here. I don't even know what you could have targeted, to be honest. Even if you were to enter here, you could have caught, man, I don't know. I don't know. Could have stayed in the trade, holding all of this, holding it all the way here. And now I want to look here. I'm on the 1 minute. I just want to look here at what happened at 11:35. Let's just, I'm kind of curious to drag the delta, the volume profile on this swing and seeing where it reacted. I'm just a little bit curious, okay? I like to do this. Okay, let's drag it all the way here. I just want to see. Because I noticed that a lot of times price likes to react at, if you're trying to sell, for example, at value area high or at POC. This is dragging the volume profile only on swings. Okay, let's wait. Let's wait for it to load. Yeah, not telling me anything really. Would you say it came to fill up that no, that gap? Absolutely not. Did not even come here, it just came here. I mean there's nothing here. Couldn't tell why. Let's have a look. Maybe the delta profile. Like Fabio Valentini. Let's go, let's go. My computer is extra slow. It's a good Mac and fuck. Meh. I don't know. I don't know, guys. No, nothing too obvious. Okay. Now, what I said I wanted to have a look at, yeah, exactly. Let's have a look here at 11:35. So now remember, we are here, okay? This is here. Correct. Let's have a look. Okay. So, boom, boom, boom. Super negative numbers. Super negative numbers. Now, this is not really your entry, even though there are multiple things I like about it. You got trap sellers, zeros here, because remember that the aggressive sellers, they're stuck here, okay? So you have zeros at the bottom, aggressive sellers trapped here because the aggressive market executions, the sell market executions are on this side. Trap sellers, zeros at the bottom. I like it. Big wick to the downside, looking good for a buy. And then what you would have wanted, and then the candle closes above its 50%. Okay, looking great. And then I would say, yeah, maybe it would do some sort of a B shape if I had like a volume. I would need a volume footprint that shows me, okay, does it do a P shape or a B shape? Correct. Okay, and then I wanted to say just like this candle, but negative numbers. However, it went. You see all those negative numbers, but still the candle ended up green. So it's telling you that the aggressive sellers are really getting absorbed by the passive buyers, correct? And then you really could have entered here, okay? Could have entered off of this candle, seeing those super positive numbers, okay? But then even if you entered here, boom, 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 that would have been scary, and you would have sit through. It was 11:36 all the way to 11:54 for let's say 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Let's say 20 minutes. You would have sit through drawdown, which would have sucked. And eventually, and I would have been like, man, just touching VWAP here is not enough. And I cannot even see what happened on Bookmap. I don't know if let me turn my screen here. You don't even see what happened before. Anyway, I would have liked price to fill this imbalance. Like I said, there were limit orders here. London's low, just everything. Just many lows here. I think if you could draw a trend line here, it was lining up. So kind of disappointed about that, not going to lie. Okay. Anyway, that would have been a kind of a crazy trade. I just want to see where was the entry more or less. hmm Yeah, I could have entered at 0650. 06, but I was at the dentist at this hour. 0650. What do you target? Could target this for sure, or even target this. That was a nice 6R. Correct. The nice 6R. But man, I don't know. Just taking a buy when there's so many levels under, I don't like it. I'm telling you, I don't like it. So, nah, would not even say a. And what I notice a lot of times, there are different scenarios when you reach. Mm-mm-mm. Excuse me. Let me put this here. I've noticed the following. Let's say here you have a support area or an area of demand. Okay. Sometimes you do have reversals like this. Boom. But what you have a lot, so this is scenario number one. What you have a lot is, oh, I see my entry confirmation. I enter, and then boom, starts messing around, and then boom, finally it takes off. But I'm sitting through a lot of drawdown, like here exactly. It gives me my entry. I enter somewhere here, oh 650. It goes a little bit into profit, but it's still too soon to go break even. And then boom, it comes again. It comes again. So this is one scenario. The one that sucks the most is boom, you get your entry, you're like woo, and then boom, comes to take you out. And then you get another sign for an entry, and it can do like this 3 times. I swear. It's like gives you a confirmation. People enter, boom, get taken out. Boom, get taken out. So yeah, that really sucks. That really sucks. And finally, the last one would be correct. Price comes here like this, and then it just messes and messes and messes around. Does a consolidation. It can compress for 30 minutes. Finally, it just compresses. And what it could do is just wick out everybody. So those can be tricky. It's similar to this one. It compresses, and boom, takes off. So of course, trading reversals is complicated, but yeah. Okay, okay. Let's come back. So yeah, that was pretty much the trade from today. Uh, this trade we broke down, but then yeah, let's have a look here. Was there a trade maybe? Came to the two POCs, to VWAP. Maybe you had an entry. Let's have a look here at 947. Came to the two POCs, right? Overnight volume profile, point of control. Previous day, point of control. You pay attention, okay? Comes to those levels, comes to VWAP. That VWAP deviation, just have a look. You just want to have a look. Maybe there was a level on bookmap. Let's just have a look here at 950. I can't. What the hell? What the hell? Yeah. I mean, you try to put everything together, okay? Let's have a look here at 950. So here we are at 1135. 1135. Let's have a look. $9.50. There you go. Okay, I'm starting to like it. I already like what I see. I know myself. That's exactly what I told you. First impulse retraces. Happens a lot. I would say 60-70% of the time. Anyway, let's have a look. Super negative candles coming down, coming down. You pay attention. VWAP, point of controls. Okay. Boom. You want to see follow through of that candle. It's got super negative numbers. You like him. Zero follow through. Okay. Super positive candle. It leaves an imbalance. You like it. Maybe you could have entered off the imbalance. That would have been a clean trade. Okay. What, I'm not even sure there was an imbalance here at 950. Ah, there was one. Oh my god. That was truly a mistrade. Price came here. You hone in on the 1 minute. You want to have a look at what's going on. You want to hone in on the 1 minute. That was a mistrade completely. Gotta wake up much earlier. Yeah, screw Asians, the Asian session. There's just no trades. Okay, boom. Leaves an imbalance. Can enter here. Boom. And then that was the only sign you needed. You enter here, stop loss here. Oh, would have gotten so close. Let me tell you that. Maybe you can put it a tick lower. But let's have a look. Just positive numbers. Close above its 50%. Okay. But did not really leave trap sellers. I mean, there was this one, but it goes from like this, like this. You got zeros, trap sellers. Yeah, it's one of the biggest numbers, right? This number two is pretty big. But then if you put them like this, they ain't that big, correct? Then comes back, and then it just for 950 to 955. Hey guys, it's just I'm supposed to have a lesson right now. Just let me tell the guy. Oh crap, my friend, can we at 7:30? I'm a bit busy right now. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this doing that journaling. Okay, perfect. And then really took off. What could you have targeted? Super tricky, man. A 3R that would have been that would have gone massively into profit, but then crazy wick. Man, you could have targeted this. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you really. Or so where even would you have gotten at the let's say the '08 level? 08. Boom. What do you target? I don't even know. Maybe that swing, like I said, you want to target something in it. You remember that swing when we drew the volume profile on it? You want to draw something on it. You see this, I think it reacted to something. It had to be something. Okay. Not really. Anyway, just want to aim for 3R. And then if you're greedy, no, I don't want to say greedy, but you can leave a contract running and to the sky. I don't know. You do whatever you want. But that was a mistrade. I'd say a mistrade here. I really missed doing that screen journaling. I'm gonna keep doing it. Missed. Here was it missed? Hard to say, man. Really hard to say. Look, it's not even giving a reversal here. Even if it is, just look at this mess. Just I hate the price action. So tomorrow, finally, on Wednesday the 29th, we have the Federal Open Market Committee where they're going to discuss the interest rates for the Federal Reserve, the central banks. And what I've heard from Umar Ashraf is that the big players, the big institutions, when the directional bias as of the economy, really affecting the S&P 500, the dollar, when it's not super clear, they just wait on the sideline, and there's much less volatility on the market, so that's why it moves in a really shitty way. Just look at this, ugly, ugly, ugly. Just not nice price action because all the institutions and the big players, the big boys, are not participating in the market. Anyway, I missed those moves, so that is my bad. My chart is looking crazy with all the VWAP deviations. Yeah. Okay, guys. So I think that's all for today, really. Cheers.